Right, recording. So find yourself a comfortable position lying down. Any discomfort in the back, keep the legs bent, feet wide, knees rolling in. Relax. Relax the back, shoulders. Take a couple of breaths and just settle into a comfortable position. Start to activate your breathing in and out through the nose. And then take the hands to the lower belly region, elbows comfortably out to the sides, supported, fingertips touching. And relax the back. And on your inhale, gently expand the space around the belly. So your deep belly breathing, really good to calm the nerves. Settle everything down. The easiest to practice while you're lying down. It's quite hard to inflate the belly sometimes when you're seated. Maybe close the eyes, relax the neck, and a few more deep belly breaths. Expanding on the inhale, and gently releasing on the exhale. Move the hands up towards the rib cage region, allow the fingers to touch in the middle. Then check in with the back of the neck and the shoulders. And work the inhale into the barrel of the chest. Just spend a moment or two really exploring. Nice, deep, smooth inhale, the ribs expanding. Settling, calming the body. Then move the fingertips up to the collarbone. And as you inhale, visualize the chest lifting up to the ceiling. And the breath filling the lungs all the way up to the base of the throat. And gently relax. So let the breath flow evenly and smoothly. Filling the lungs to your capacity. Gently release. You join the three elements together. One hand to the belly, one to the heart. And initiate your breath low in the belly. Move up to the chest. And high up to the throat. And exhale all the way back down from the top. All the way down. And make it slow. As slow as you can go. Inhale through the belly. Up to the chest. High to the top of the lungs. And exhale, visualize top. middle, belly. One more deep 3-part breath. Inhale. And exhale. Relax the arms at the side, slide the legs down, just pause in Shavasana for a breath or two in your natural rhythm. Join the palms at the heart center, rub the hands vigorously. Place them over the eyes. Gently blink the eyes open under the hands. Slide the hands down the body. Draw one knee in and the other knee. Just give yourself a little rock and roll, side to side. Maybe lift the head and shoulders up off the mat and roll side to side. Release down and have a go at happy baby. See how that feels this morning. So bring the elbows to the inside and the hands to the outside or the instep, your choice. And just roll left to right. I mean, this is a nice little preparation for crow because this is kind of emulates the position, lying on your back. The knees have to be hugged in. And you can straighten the arms up and hug the knees in, and you can feel this kind of position that you need to get into for your crow pose at the end. And release, hug everything in. Start to wake up the core, lift the left leg and gently take it down, in, lift the right, down, in. So like this cycling motion. The head and neck can be relaxed on the floor. Alternatively, if you want more, you can lift the upper body up off, no straining in the neck. Just start to gently cycle the legs. Take them down as far as is comfortable, slowly. Hover them off the mat if that feels good. But any strain in the lower back, just keep it high. Hug both knees into the chest. Cross at the ankles and a little rock and roll up. Again, core engagement here. Use the control to gently lift you up and roll you back, being mindful of the neck. One more, come up to seated and pause here. We need strong engagement to get into crow, so just slowly start to engage and wake up, core. And then cross at the ankles, come to seated and roll over the knees to hands and knees. Shoulders over the wrists, knees under the hips, and take your cat-cow. Inhaling to open, exhaling to round. Inhaling to open, exhaling to round. Move with your breath and feel the spine. You can maybe move side to side, stretch a little through the side body. You can even take circles here and start to engage the pressure on the hands. Move around the other way and notice this spreading of the weight throughout the palms, especially the index finger, and kind of claw the fingertips onto the mat. Really good for your arm balances and things to activate the fingers. Back to center, knees wide, hips to heels, child pose. Stretch the arms out, arc the chest down. Deep breaths. Walk the hands to the right. And again, arc the chest, stretch through the left side body. Back to center, to the left. Take a big stretch under the armpit or through the side. Deep breaths back to center. Up onto the hands and knees. Tuck the toes, stretch through the feet. The broken toe pose. Not comfortable, so support yourself as necessary on the feet and the toes. Deep breaths here. Lengthen the spine. Fingertips down, toe balance. Get comfortable and lower the knees so you can lengthen the spine. Bring the hands to the heart, the gaze is forward. Take the hands to the earth. Start to work the heels down. So you'll feel it in the ankles, the Achilles. Take a stretch forward. So again, we need this rounding over the back and reaching forwards. And when you come to crow at the end, you will be stretching through the back, drawing the knees into the triceps. So all these exercises help you open up and prepare. Fingertips to the earth, gently uncurl. Step the feet hip width and just hang in your ragdoll. Let the crown of the head hang. The knees are soft, the belly is close to the thighs. Nod the head. Shake the head. Deep breaths. Put the hands down, walk yourself out to your plank position. So again, shoulders over the wrists. One long straight line. And shift the weight back and forwards. Again, activate this pressing up and away. Engaging the core. And lifting up that little point between the shoulder blades. Lower to the knees, exhale all the way down with control. Inhale, gentle cobra. So wave of a cobra. Uncurl, forehead down. Roll the shoulders gently, wave up. Little pressure on the hands. Let the back do the work. Exhale. Back up through hands and knees. Tuck the toes, hips to heels, into your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift. Any adjustments? Feet, hip width. Take a look at the hands. The arms are kind of shoulder width, maybe a little wider. Middle finger pointing forward or maybe to the corner of the mat. And press into the index finger. So the weight isn't dumping into the heels of the hands. Allow breath to flow. And the chest is arcing down towards the thighs, but the hips are high, heels are down. Inhale, lift the gaze. Take a step to the front of the mat. Lengthen the spine, half lift. Fold. Inhale up through chair pose, lower the heels, lift the arms. And sit. Engage the legs, knees together, feet together. Take a breath. Exhale, fold. Head down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, back to your plank pose. Pause for a breath. Your choice. Lower or chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing dog. If that's okay in the back and you like a deeper stretch, follow the toes back through hands and knees or straight to downward facing dog. Deep breaths here. Long breaths out. Deep breaths in. Long breaths out. Take a gaze forward, big step forward. Lengthen. Half lift, exhale, fold, full forward fold. Inhale up through chair pose. Bring the feet together, knees together. Sit low, sweep the arms. Engage the lower body. Deep breaths. And fold. Half lift. Step back left, right this time, or the non-dominant leg to your plank. Pause for a breath. Really press the mat away. Strong line of energy down through the heels. Maybe claw the fingertips. Lower to the knees. Exhale all the way down. Inhale. Gentle lift. Exhale. Just back through hands and knees. Knees wide, hips to heels. Take a breath. Round up to hands and knees and just come to kneeling for a moment. We'll just do a little bit of wrist release. We're doing a lot of pressure on the hands, strengthening the arms, the shoulders, ready for crow. So from time to time, take a moment, release the wrists, maybe stretch them one way. Pause for a breath. So back to hands and knees, tuck the toes, downward facing dog, take a breath. We'll start with the left so you can see. So inhale up the left leg, knee to nose, step foot through. Come into low lunge, lower the knee, check the knees over the ankle, pause. Come up, upper body lifted, shoulders and arms just hanging, relaxed at the sides. Take a breath. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, hands to the mat. Lift, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, runner's lunge, pause for a breath. Lower the back heel, coming into warrior two, cartwheel the arms, keep the lunge. Shoulders, armpits over the hips, upper body long, knee out over the little toe. The arch of the back foot lifted, so you roll into the outer edge. Pause for a breath. Gaze down the front arm. Deep breaths. Straighten the front leg. Inhale, reverse. Tee the arms. Skandasana to the back of the mat. So maybe the toe turns out slightly. You start to bend. Maybe the toe comes up or the foot can stay on the floor. Hands to the mat. And come down. We're all very different in the ankle and the hip. So use your hands to support you. Maybe the heel comes down. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it just stretches through the ankle joint. Take a breath. Hands back to the mat. Inhale all the way up. Toes forward. Heels out. Onto the fingertips. Take a breath. Deep breaths in. And then exhale, fold. Allow the crown of the head to come down. Deep breaths. Inhale, lengthen and turn the left foot towards the front of the mat. Walk your hands around to the foot. Coming into Trikonasana in a slightly different way. So engage through the front foot. Inhale, open through the chest. Really stretch up. Hug in. Deep breaths. Gaze to the floor. Inhale and reverse. Exhale, come to the front of the mat, onto the back toe. Right hand down, simple twist. Open. Take a breath. Sweep the arm down, step the foot back. Pause for a few breaths in your plank. Really press up, especially that little bit between the shoulder blades, the shoulders away from the ears, the neck in line. Really engage everything. Lower to the knees, exhale. Roll the shoulders, inhale. Press back to hands and knees. Child pose and breathe. I'm going to come around the other way so that I don't have my back to the camera. Exhale. Deep breaths. Inhale up, hands and knees into downward facing dog. Take a breath. Step forward with the right leg and lower the back knee. So back to low lunge, the whole sequence on the other side. Lift and allow the arms to hang. You need some openness in the hips and some engagement in the inner thighs. Deep breath, sweep the arms, lift. Take a breath. Exhale, take the hands down. Runner's lunge, tuck the toe, lift the back knee, engage through the back of the body, maybe onto the fingertips. Press into that front big toe as well. You're not dumping onto that leg. Lower the back heel, coming through warrior two. So in here, inhale, cartwheel the arms. Take a lunge. Trying to get this thigh at 90 degrees, which isn't easy. You're opening towards the little toe side, so don't let the knee roll in. You're rolling to the outer edge of the back foot. Take a breath. Relax the shoulders. Extend the arms. Straighten the front leg. Maybe heel toe the foot in a little bit if that helps. Reverse the triangle. Take a breath into the lower ribs. Tee the arms. So Skandasana to the back of the mat. Bend through the left leg. come all the way down. Maybe the fingertips come down. Work your way into this pose. So find a comfortable way in. Maybe the heel comes down, maybe it doesn't. I've slid all the way back there. So just work your way a bit different left to right. Deep breaths here. Deep stretch. Hands to the floor. Support yourself to come up. Turn the right foot in. Toes in, heels out. And again, exhale, gently fold all the way down. Deep breaths. Weight in the balls of the feet and the outer edges, arches lifted. Crown of the head down. Deep breaths. Inhale, walk the hands under the shoulders. Turn the right foot round. So coming into Trikonasana, walking the hands to the foot. So you might even have to come up a little higher. Otherwise, open, reach, extend, draw this hip in. Deep breaths, tuck the chin in, lift the gaze if that's comfortable in the neck. Otherwise, you can keep the gaze to the floor. Your choice. Deep breaths. Take the gaze to the floor, press into the front big toe. Inhale, reverse. Reach up, stretch up. Partner the arms down onto the back toe. Left hand comes down, right hand lifts, simple twist. Take a breath. Deep breaths. Sweep the arm down, step the foot back. Lower to the knees, exhale all the way down. Roll the shoulders. Inhale up. Just back through hands and knees. Into child pose, pause, take a breath. Deep breath. Come back the other way so we can see you again. Once again, come onto the knees, bring the knees together and just sit back on the heels. Little wrist release. So we're moving on to one more sequence before we have a little play with crow. Maybe a stretch this way. Always feels quite nice. Roll the shoulders, pause for a breath. And again, core activation, shoulder activation. We need to draw in on the thighs as well for crow, because you need to hug everything into the center line to get you lightness to lift. We'll have a little practice at some other things within the next sequence. So downward facing dog, work your way into. Pause for a breath. Again, look at the hands and think of the strong distribution of weight throughout the whole palm, and claw maybe the fingertips a little bit. Deep breaths. Inhale up the left leg, three-leg dog. And you're going to roll forward to plank and bring the knee to the outer tricep. So you want to take it out to the side, hold. Hug that knee into the outer tricep, hold. Inhale up and away. 3 times. So exhale, forward to plank. Hug that knee in. Hug it, hug it, hug it. Keep pressing away. Inhale up. Exhale last time. Hug everything in, hug, hug, hug. Strong arms. Inhale up. Exhale, just lower this knee down. to the mat. Roll to the inner side of that back foot, kick the other foot out, inhale up to your gate pose. Hand to the inside, inhale, reach, take it over. Take a breath. Little release from the hands. Inhale, lift. Exhale everything back into the center and back to downward facing dog. And the same on the other side. I'll probably end up with my back towards you here. Come this way around so I don't have my back towards you here. Inhale up the right leg. Exhale forward to plank. Bring the knee into the outer elbow or tricep. Hug, hug, hug. Inhale up and away. This might be a little too much for some of you, so just take it at your level. Rest when you need to. Up and away. Inhale, hug the knee in to the outer tricep. Hold, hold, hold. Pressing away. Inhale up and away. And exhale. Just bring the knee to the floor. Roll to the inner side. Kick that foot out to the side to give you stability. Inhale up. Turn the toe. Hand to the inside, reach up. And take it over. Take a breath. Inhale. And come back down. Press up. Maybe three-leg dog. Bring the foot down, lower to the knees wide, hips to heels. Pause for a breath. Deep breaths in. Long breaths out. And come back up to the knees. Pause for a little rest. Stretch through the wrists. Release the pressure on the hands. Very, very strong. And relax, let you shuffle around again. So again, come to downward facing dog. Take a breath. Lift the gaze. Step the left foot to the outer edge of the right foot. And then the right foot to the outer edge of the, outer edge of both hands. I think I've got my left and right mixed up. And sink the hips down into Malasana. Sink everything down. Open everything out. Take a breath. Deep breaths. Fingertips to the earth. Inhale, lengthen. Heel, toe the feet in. Another little stretch here. I'll come this way around so you can see me. So the toes are out, the heels are together. And lower the knees out to the sides. And just come in between like a frog. You're going to open these knees, start to draw the heels down and the head down, and stretch the hands behind you if that's good for you. Palms up. If not, just keep your hands in front supported. And really round through the back. Big stretch through the lower back. Release the hands. Inhale, come all the way up. Like a frog, feet together. And just hang in ragdoll, let everything hang. Little bit of movement left to right. Come back to the front of the mat. So inhale, hands to hips, all the way up. We're going to work our way all the way down. A little core exercise before we do our crow. Hands to the heart. onto the toes. Come slowly down into your toe balance. Pause for a breath. If you can do this without support, you can either take the hands to the floor or roll down to seated, up to half boat pose. Lift the chest, lift the legs. Take a breath, full boat pose if it's available to you. Deep breaths. Release. Gentle roll back. So you're coming into your happy baby pose. So again, have a hug, knees into the armpits. Hang on to the outer edges of the feet. And just start to work the knees down. Roll left to right. So again, this little prep. So start to hug the knees in as if you're squeezing everything in and straighten the hands up. This is the kind of position you're going to be in. You're going to hug everything in. So you want to engage the core and engage the inner thighs. And that's the kind of feeling you're going to get when you come into your crow. So release the legs up to the ceiling, lengthen the back of the neck, draw the chin in. Just slowly lower left leg and lift. Lower right leg and lift. Bend both knees, feet to the floor. One last little core exercise before we try our crow. So feet together, knees together, hands behind the neck. Gently crunch without straining the back of the neck. Hold, and then straighten the legs on the diagonal. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Keep crunched, but lower the legs. Exhale. Lower the upper body. Inhale, crunch. Hold up. Straighten the legs on the diagonal. Pause, breathe. 3, 2, 1. Lower the feet. Lower the upper body. And relax one more time. Inhale, engage. Straighten the legs on the diagonal. Pause. 3, 2, 1. Lower the feet. And lower the upper body. Hug everything in. Take a breath. Inhale. Roll up. So we'll have a little play now. So get everything you want ready. Maybe a pile of cushions might be a good idea in front of you. If you've never done this before, a pile of cushions, blocks, anything, just because you have to shift the weight forward. So you might end up just going down, and it just makes you feel a bit safer. So come to standing to start with. Bend yourself down and get your foundation comfortable. So think about your hands. The arms want to be underneath the shoulders, fingers spread, fingertips clawing, but the weight evenly distributed. So start to lift the hips, walk in a little further, and you're going to bend and start to bring the knees into the triceps or the elbows. Now you need to shift the weight forward, but don't tuck the head in. Keep the gaze forward. Shift the weight a little bit, maybe lift one leg. And release. Hug everything into the center line. Strong arms. Lift the other leg. And release. Straighten and just have a little hang. Fingertips to the earth, come through, heel toe the feet wide, come through Bakasana. Your squat, sit for a moment or two, and then have another go. So wrist release, hands down, take the hands under the shoulders, start to draw the knees, they need to be hugged in tightly, and the weight's forward, and you're lifting up, especially the shoulders, the bit between the shoulder blades, but the gaze is lifted, the weight is forward, maybe one foot, maybe the other foot comes up. Maybe you hold, maybe you release and relax. So take a little wrist release, have a few little plays of this, because it does take all the elements of engagement, but it also takes this will to want to try, and repetition does improve, you know, as we practice a little more. So try again. Foundation, you don't want the arms too wide, you want them under the shoulders. Fingers spread. Take a crouch, hug the knees in to the triceps, but the arms need to be bent. If they're straight, it's really quite tough. That's another pose again. Lift one foot, the other foot, maybe rest the head on the cushion. That's always an option. And release. How did we do? You getting to grow? You getting to grow? I'm going to look carefully later. Lovely. So we can start to release out. So just roll onto the back and take some circles with the knees into the hips. Take a breath. Take both feet down to the floor, hands to the floor, feet wide. Let the knees roll to the right. Just let everything sink into the mat. Pause. Take a couple of breaths into the decompression phase of just releasing out of all this tension. Into the center and over to the other side. Deep breaths. Up to the center, heel toe the feet in together. Hug the knees. Lift the left leg up to the ceiling, exhale, take it down. Hug that knee in, maybe nose to knee, or maybe you've had enough of that core work. Take a breath. Inhale, straighten the leg, and just release the ankles. So take some ankle circles here. And maybe draw the leg in, so sort of outwards over the right shoulder. You can flex the foot, you feel it down the outer edge of the, gently draw that leg in. Strong stretch through the hamstring. Relax the face and the neck and the shoulders. Deep breaths. Release the leg up to the ceiling, bend the knee, left hand to right knee, right hand all the way out, roll that knee over. The gaze can stay down the right arm, but if that's too much in the neck, just leave it up to the ceiling or close the eyes. Take a breath. Inhale, back to center. Hug that knee in, bring the left knee in. And rock and roll left to right. Take these big hip circles with the knees, open them out to the side, press them away. Deep breaths. And lengthen the right leg and take the foot down. Deep breaths. You can hug in if you like, optional. And release. Straighten the leg up, foot towards the ceiling. Take this ankle release. Left, right. And then draw that leg in. Maybe the foot is flexed. You're drawing in on the outer edge, you feel it more up the outer edge. Deep breaths. We bend the knee, this nice twist. The right hand to the outer edge of the left knee. Take the left hand out. Gently roll over. So allow the knee to draw down and gently work the shoulder, the opposite shoulder down. Feel this stretch all the way down the diagonal. Through the hip, opening through the chest. If it's good in the neck, you can turn the head. Otherwise, just keep it gazing up to the ceiling. Take a breath. Inhale back to center. Hug both knees in. And roll left to right. Feet to the floor. Gentle back bending. Inhale, lift the hips into bridge. Elbows on hands can be down, work the shoulders under a little bit. Lengthen the neck. You want some space between the chest and the chin. The weight is on the shoulders. Keep lifting, knees rolling in together. Take a breath. Exhale down. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. Bakasana. Just relax here. Inhale back to center. I'd like to, I'm feeling a shoulder stand coming on, so if you're not experienced in shoulder stand or you're uncomfortable with it, just raise the legs up and do legs up the wall. You can always turn and support the legs on the wall. Otherwise, again, contraindications to blood pressure, neck and back problems, glaucoma, other issues that make you not want to or not advisable for inversions. Just don't turn the head to look at the camera. So once you enter into your shoulder stand, keep the neck still and the weight should be on the shoulders. Any pressure on the neck, ease out of the shoulder stand. Self-responsible practice. So start to lift the hips. And then maybe it's just partial shoulder stand, so maybe here works for you, or even just the legs and hips lifted a little bit. Alternatively, walk the hands up the back. Again, little pressure on the neck, so any discomfort in the neck, the throat or breathing or stress, then just ease out. Otherwise, keep working the hips up over the shoulders, the feet over the hips, gaze to toes. Steady the breath. Relax the face. The legs are engaged, reaching up. Choice is to lower one leg at a time, both legs together, or gently ease out of the pose. You can come into plow, toes over the head. You can stretch the arms, bring palms and the hands together. Gently work your way out. So start to lower the hips slowly. Ease down. Relax the shoulders. If it's possible and available to you, lower the legs straight and together. Otherwise, just bend the knees in. Hips kicking. And relax for a moment. Start to lift the upper body, come onto the elbows. And inhale gently, lower crown of the head back into your fish pose. Get yourself comfortable here, opening, just stretching through the neck. Very little pressure on the crown of the head. Exhale, release down. Open the feet a little wider, toes rolling out. You can release the neck if you like by taking the hands under the back of the head, lift the head up, and then just make the head heavy, hanging, and just draw the chin in towards the diagonal, the armpit, just to release any tension in the neck. And gently lower the head, base of the skull, down, shoulders open. Hands away from the body, palms facing up. We've got a good few minutes in Shavasana now, so take advantage of this complete quietness. And find a place within. Quietness doesn't have to be a sound. It can also be a place, a quiet place within. Just retreating from the stimulation and the sounds from outside. It becomes a place of safety. Really start to repeat to yourself internally, may I be well and happy. May I be well and happy. May I be well and happy. Gently invite the breath back into the body. Nice deep breaths in. And gently open the mouth, but with the lips resting together as if you're blowing on a feather. Release through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Release through the mouth. One more. Inhale through the nose. Gently release through the mouth. Draw the legs together. Stretch the arms. Deep stretch. Draw one knee in and the other knee. Take a little roll on the back. Gently roll over to the right. Cradle the head and the arm just for a moment. And press yourself up to seated. Keep the eyes low or closed. Comfortable cross-legged. Palms together, thumbs to heart, chin to chest. Pause for a moment's reflection. We'll end with an Om. Cleansing breath to start. Inhale, exhale. Deep breath into Om. The eyes and namaste. Let me